Hi everybody, just doing a quick video on servicing your ride-on tractor. It's been a hard start to the season, so I was going to do an oil change, air filter clean, and just whack the battery on charge, make sure it's give it a top up. Now, first thing, oil change. So dipstick up. Now I bought one of these ages ago from Machine Mart. It's an auto siphoning thing, so if you've got other stuff to do, you can just stick your pipe in there, give this a couple of pumps so it starts to siphon, and then you can see it's filling up with oil. That'll be about this full of oil. You just leave it. It's very slow because the oil is very thick. You just leave that to get on with it, do its thing. Put the battery on charge with my new battery charger. As you can see, it's saying it's at 100%, so I'll just leave that on for a bit. That's only been on 10 minutes. It's done the system check and worked through. Now it's saying it's 100%, but like my bike battery, I don't think it shows 100%, but it's not really super topped up, so I'll just leave that on for a bit. Air filter, there's a side one on here. You have to watch, that's your air inlet there, so carefully take that out. What I do is I bung a rag in there, stopping crap going in the inlet, and I'll get the air line. It's a pre-filter, you can wash that out in hot soapy water. I've got a new air filter on order. I just give them a good, I've already given it a whack, but I'll give that a blowout with the air line. I normally change these halfway through the season. Give that a blowout. The other thing you need to keep a check on is your top air inlet. This is where it sucks the air in, and this mower, the box hangs on the back of the machine, and the outlet, the air overflow outlet, is on the side. So in the summer when it's really hot, it's all that air, that dry and dusty grass, is getting blown out of there and it gets sucked back in here. This gets full right up with grass, so it's sucking air in there. So you can blow that out. See, this is just the whole side. You have to rotate that, blow that out. But blowing that out, you need to make sure that down here the air comes down through the top and cools your cylinder head. But I don't know if you can see on the bottom there's a plate there which gets choked up with grass as well, so you need to get your air line in there. There's no point blowing the top out unless you blow the bottom out, because there's no airflow. So you need to keep that. You can see it there. You see it, that metal plate. It all aids in the ducting the air for cooling, so you need to keep that blown out. You can see I've got a homemade exhaust on here because the exhaust on here was so bloody noisy. There's not a lot of room when the boxes are on the back here, but I constantly have trouble with vibration with I had to put that big bolt in there, try and keep that tight, to the double nut on there, gasket seal, and it's got an extension here, and there's a bolt coming out the other side of that. So every year I do a couple of weeks and then I check everything over. And it's a real bastard to get on in there, because this is an American machine. It's an imperial thread, and it's a twat finding a bolt to go in there. It's really hard to get to. It's right up underneath the back there. I think I end up having to take the top exhaust off. So I made that exhaust from got that exhaust from a guy down the garage. I had to put a stabilising bar on there because the vibration, everything bloody works its way loose. And the other thing you need to do this time of year, I had a belt snap. It starts because the grass is so long, but if you can look underneath there, you need to clean your decks. if you want your mower to last, clean your deck. Look, this is going mouldy already in there. I cleaned that a couple of days ago. But once a week you need to clean your decks. I go to the mower shop, there's decks there totally jammed with grass, and people wonder why their belts snap and they're not picking up any grass. So you get in there with your scraper, keep it cleaned out. I will check my blades today. I only sharpened them. Hold up. I only sharpened them. Let me just peg that up. I only sharpened them at the start of the season. Now these are, see, that ain't too bad, high lift blades. Now these are blades you need if you were picking up grass with a grass collector. When we bought this machine, it came with mulching blades. It wouldn't shove, it's got a tube that goes up the side here to the boxes. It wouldn't pick up any grass because it had mulching blades on. It wouldn't create the lift. So we bought those blades. And if you find your lift's getting weak and you've still got high lift blades, it's because the back bit, see how shiny that is? That's the bloody ant hills I'm going over. If your blades are getting thin, you'll lose lift. So not only do you need to keep your edge sharp, but you need to, you know, just keep it. If this is getting too thin and your blades, see, you can see how much I've lost. So these were new last season. As that shrinks, you lose lift. So I'll probably order a new set of blades for these for later in the year. I'll show you the difference of the mulching blades. So you can see the difference at that. That's the mulching blade. The idea of that is it's sharp on both sides, and you get a plug that goes in that hole there. So you recirculate the grass, it chops it up. Now mulching blades are good, only good really for midsummer in my opinion, because you can hear this time of year when the grass is wet and long, it choking up in the deck. That noise, it's not doing your belts any good. You'll end up burning your blades out, your belts out. And these blades are very weak. So when that all gets jammed up in there, they start getting bent. This one's, you see that end's tipping down a bit. I went along a path, and where the grass had grown over the slabs, the grass lifted and the blade went under the grass and it got sucked down under the turf and it bent the blade right under. They're so weak. You need to make sure when you put them back in, you locate them properly on the drive shaft, and make sure you put them the right way up. So yeah, I'm not sharpening those today, but I'll give the deck a good scrape out, change the oil, clean the air filter out. That's basically just a service really. You can pay a lot of money to take your mower to the garage, and all they're doing is changing your oil, and this is changing its oil itself. I do find I have to give this a pump every now and again, make sure it's still sucking it out, because it just takes us a long time. But that's basically just your servicing. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can save yourself some money. Now what I did fit on here, which I'm going to change today, is inline fuel filter. I've got a bit of grass in my tank, which causes me problems when I get lower than half a tank. I need to drain the tank and clean it up. I use this machine every day. 42-inch Husqvarna residential, grass pickup, mulching, 0 turn. And someone's just given me that mower over there. It's bollocks. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. Anyway, that's just mower servicing. I'm probably going to do my hater down there, or change the oil and do the air filter on that. I've got to change the cable. But it's just a quick heads up on servicing. Really don't waste your money paying someone to do it. Bye.